Today on Just Saying, we are getting into episode 3 of Daima, and appropriately, the episode is called Daima. So we're gonna talk about what exactly happens in the demon world and where we think we're going. Let's get into it. So, Jake, welcome back.
What's
You guys
going
don't
on,
know
guys?
Jake is from over Torpy Town. He does a bunch of skit stuff, and we've been homies since college. We do film stuff together and Dragon Ball stuff together. You've seen him around. When it comes to this episode, right? Let's do a slight breakdown first, right? So essentially the way the episode starts is we're already in the plane heading away from Earth towards the demon realm. And they do a little lore dumping about us, needing to stop at these warp stations. They what did they called? They're like something warps.
Warp Sama. That was the goldfish guy.
Yeah.
That I'm just remembering that now. I'm forgetting what the warp Let's just call them the warp stations now. It was like a little portal thing, whatever.
Yeah, it'll change when it's in English.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But so we stop at that. Goku has a little gag calling them a goldfish, and we find out that they're very sensitive and that you can't hurt their feelings, but they won't let you through, which I'm sure is going to come up later in the show. A little foreshadowing.
So one thing that I did lose, I remember they were giving like Goku the pointy ears, and then all of a sudden his ears were round again later in the episode.
Yeah.
Was that something that just went over my head, or was that
I think that was
continuity error?
Shin. No. I think that was just Shin disguising him for a second.
Just for in that moment.
Yeah, like Supreme Kai was like, "Yo, like we'll change his ears for a second just so we can get through."
Okay.
And then
because I thought he was gonna have it, because remember they pointed him out like, you got round ears. I'm like, wait, he had pointy ears before, and I thought that was the whole purpose, but maybe it was just to get through to the demon realm.
Yeah. I don't think it was like a permanent thing, because I don't know. We've seen the Kais like create things out of thin air before.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna be permanent, but I thought it was for
yeah.
Then,
for
like, while
the
they're
whole
at the demon
world.
realm.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
So then we go through, and then we get the bomb dropped on us which was expected, that we're gonna have to go Super Mario Worlds here, hopping, and go from World 3 to then 1. And then we get another lore dump that they have these ancient tunnels that used to be gateways to each world.
Secret tunnel. Sorry, I had to.
And so that's how they used to do it. And then Supreme Kai says when he was young, they patched it up, but he's never, also they said he's never been to Demon World. So I was a little confused by that. Like, I guess he's heard of it, never saw it.
It's hard because it's such that's just what this is all about now. And we've never even grazed the surface of that. So now they have to fill in all those holes. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, I knew about it. I've never been here though.
Yeah, I'm just really secretive and mysterious. No, but what I really like about this episode, before we give it our rating, I feel like, I mean, I was getting GT vibes, but in the best way, because obviously like GT, they go right into it and they're going like world hopping and stuff, but I feel like they're now doing it right. Like you were saying on the Patreon, how it was just like kind of dark and gritty, and like you're getting some like Star Wars energy.
I was
like
totally getting Star Wars energy.
Oh yeah, like A New Hope you were thinking about, right? Yeah. And like that was just so cool, and like the colors, and like, don't even get me started about the music, dude.
Music was so good. I mean, it
So
really
good.
was. Like,
Yeah.
I watched I think it was Totally Not Mark did a video about the music, and by the way, love Totally Not Mark. I think his content's great, but he did a video about the music, and he brought one of his editors, I think, on as a guest to like talk about the music and the history of this musician. And it's very rooted in like old Dragon Ball style, like with the instrument choice and everything.
But it's like a symphony. It's that, but so much grander.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the talk, is like, we don't know what this guy can do for Dragon Ball, but we know what he's done in the past, and like they took some of his music and put it over like the Jiren fight, and it's like, dude, it's identical. Like you would think it was from the show.
Yeah.
So it's clear as day this guy was like ready for this job.
It's just classic Dragon Ball, but like with a cinematic touch.
Yeah, it's very grandiose.
Yes, yes.
But so we get that lore dumping. We find out that the air is thicker and heavier. So everybody's gonna move slower, which I gotta say, as a Dragon Ball fan, we've been begging for like a level cap essentially, and like for everyone to get scaled down. It's just funny. They literally got scaled down.
Oh yeah, and what I like about it a lot, like I was saying in the Patreon, I just keep circling back to that. It's affecting their fighting now, and they have to think differently and fight differently because everyone fights heavier. Yep. So then they were just like using like everything around them, like they were fighting with like the plates and stuff, like very high Jackie Chan energy, and dude, Goku flipping around.
Heavy
it's
Jackie
just like
Chan vibes.
Way more tactical. They're gonna be. I hope that I see some grappling and shit. That's like my favorite thing. Like this might be a hot take. My all-time favorite to this day, my favorite Dragon Ball fight is Goku versus Majin Vegeta. Because they're just like grappling and sweeping each other and twisting each other around, and like it's not just like them vanishing and like cutting, like instant transmissioning around and stuff like that. It's just like, no, like you really feel like you're fighting, you know, like they just gave it a lot of care. And in this, like you've seen them like smashing plates over their head and Goku flipping around, and it's just everything I've wanted to see. Like you feel like we can, it, like as the audience, because they're fighting slower, we can now see it.
Right.
You know, and in Dragon Ball, that was like kind of a gag. Like you have to be strong enough or trained to be able to see them fighting. But now that they're fighting slow, you see every frame.
Yeah, there's no speed line, you know, instant repeating of frames. But the reason I like the Jackie Chan comparison is like, you think about Jackie Chan movies, and it's like Jackie Chan will hit this spot where, you know, he is forced to use his environment to fight with him, like you said.
Yeah.
But it's also like in a comedic way. So like, you know, he'll grab a mop, or he'll grab like, you know, dirty laundry off of a clothes hanger and, you know, use it to wrap his enemy up and put him in a chokehold and then flip him over his back. Like, it's stuff like that where you're like, oh, it's funny, but also tactical.
Because you're pushing those boundaries. Like, how the hell can you kill someone with a pillow or something like that? It might be a shitty example, but that's what is so beautiful about the Jackie Chan movies. And that's also what I really liked about, because it's definitely like its own language in choreography. Like Shang-Chi. Have you seen Shang-Chi?
I don't think so.
You should. That's like, it's not like, I don't think it's anything like groundbreaking. But my favorite
movie?
Yeah. It's spelled like Shang-Chi. I think it's pronounced Shang-Chi. Okay. And this whole that made me think of the bus fight sequence. I mean, I wish I could bounce off you with this, but what I liked about Shang-Chi is that it was very like Jackie Chan, like the comedic choreography in using the environments around you. And I never thought I'd see that in Dragon Ball, but it's cool to see Kid Goku do that because he's so small and agile.
Well, I could totally picture Goku having like a Jackie Chan moment where it's like he's throwing everything that he could pick up off the table type of thing at someone, and then like he runs out of things to throw, and so he like pulls the guy's zipper down or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's Jackie Chan. But
and now we're getting a lot of that, and just one, and that like I knew it kind of flew by, but in a weird way, it might be kind of a good thing because like the first two episodes were kind of slow. Like I liked the first episode because it was a recap, and we got to see a lot of Dragon Ball Z reanimated, you know. But now like they're really taking off, and they're stuck here, and then now we're gonna see them try to survive and all that. But like this is we never seen them in this kind of light. In GT, it was just poorly executed. But now it's like, Akira Toriyama's like, you know what? Let me take the wheel.
Well, also, like, what makes GT different from this is, like, GT obviously wasn't his baby. He more so was just like, Oh, it's a cool idea, but you guys just didn't execute on it. Let me execute on it.
Yeah, and he was probably heartbroken about that, because like he was happy with how Z ended, so he was like, okay, he designed like what, like maybe a few characters, and then let them take the reign on that.
I don't even know if he designed characters. I know for a
I
fact
could have sworn he did.
he might have, but I know for a fact that the thing that brought him back for Super was actually Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He saw how bad it was, and he was like, "Oh, I can't let it go out like this."
Yeah, that would have been the last of Dragon Ball right there. You can't end it like that.
Yeah, so he revived it with Super, which, I mean, he revived it really not with Super, but with
the movies.
The movies with
the
Battle
movies
of
did
Gods.
what? Yeah, well, it was Battle of Gods and Revival of F, then Super, and those did, so well. So
I got really lucky with Revival of F. You want to know? So growing up, I missed out on like the theatrical releases of both movies, right? Of Battle of Z and I'm Battle of Z.
Battle of Gods.
Battle of Gods and Revival of F. And so I missed both of those and never got spoiled what they were about. And
really?
So when I went and watched Super, I didn't even know about the movies.
Wait, you went into Super first?
Yes.
Before the movies? Oh, fuck, you bastard.
I lucked out.
Yeah. Shit.
So I got to watch, because I think I started watching it in 2018, because I saw like a clip of like the Jiren and Goku fight, and I was like, wait, Dragon Ball's back? And that's literally what pulled me in. I'd hate to say this, but I watched all of Super on my phone, because I didn't even know about Crunchyroll. I didn't know any of it. And like I found a website that was just like airing it, and I was like, okay,
I never knew that.
Yeah.
I actually, because I think Super premiered while we were in college.
Yeah.
And I watched, I think, maybe all of it on my laptop connected to the Wi-Fi from my car in the parking lot.
That's wild.
Yeah. And that's like so nostalgic to me. I mean, I started it like in between semesters at home, and then I powered through the rest of the anime in college. And like that was so cool to see, because at least how I grew up, it was like a very small, like suburban neighborhood, like kind of upper middle class neighborhood, whatever. So like it was very like sports oriented. So like there was me and Chris from Torpy Town, like a couple of nerds, and like we were very to ourselves with anime. And then now the community is so much more appreciated, or maybe we just got older, but we're able to embrace that. And then now as an adult watching Dragon Ball as something new, because we caught the tail end of that. Like, yes, we grew up with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, but it was over when we were born.
Yeah.
So, but this is us. Super and Daima's us. That's going down in the history books. We have two big things. And Super, it's cool, but it's different. And I don't know, it's a little sweet. And now I feel like we're at, like, weird to say, I mean, Dragon Ball Z, everyone, whatever, we all have that. But like, we got this. If that makes any sense.
No, exactly. Okay, so moving on though, not to change subject, but
no, you're good.
Moving on with the story, we find out that they're gonna go to this hotel, and they're gonna, chill out, relax, eat some burgers, and hang out. And we get the first ever bar fight in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Which is just honestly well needed. I mean, it felt like a breath of fresh air.
And you said Glorio, his name's Glorio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like kind of like Han Solo.
Dude, he 100%
Yeah.
a Han Solo vibe.
Yeah.
Like
no, he was cool,
and he
as well.
knows the ins and outs, right? Which is like Han Solo,
Yeah.
He knows everybody. He knows how to get his way. He knows that like the price is high when he goes into the inn. Like he knows it all. And he's like, you're not pulling one over on me. Like I know this place inside and out, back of my hand. So like that's a cool dynamic, because I don't think we get that often in Dragon Ball, of like a guide who not only knows things, but also is like actually useful in fights. Like we definitely have like guide type characters. Like think of Whis, think of like Supreme Kai, King Kai.
But that's always there for the heat of the battle and stuff, or every step of the way. It kind of actually reminded me, like you're talking about that dynamic. It reminded me of how Gohan and Goku were in the Tournament of Power, because Gohan was like a fighting genius. He's like, no, this is our plan. Like Goku just goes in, like he's a martial artist, yeah, but it's all instinct, But like now that's Goku's crutch. He has that now, Because
right,
Goku would be fucked without him.
We're also like we're without all of those buffs that everybody got, so it's kind of like, okay, like we're returning back to our roots, so much so. So having a teacher like a Master Roshi is like important in this situation.
But they dialed it down 2 times. Not only the fact that he's younger and he's trying to get used to his body, it's now the gravity too.
Yeah. No, I love all that.
Yeah.
So we get the sickest bar fight, which was, I mean, we've talked about it a bunch already, but very Jackie Chan-esque. And we see Glorio take control of the situation. Shin doesn't bat an eye the whole fight. He's like, yeah, these guys got it. I don't have to worry. Doesn't move his seat. Like I'm looking at a picture right now of King Kai in the plane, and he looks,
Supreme Kai.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Supreme Kai in the plane, and he looks more disheveled over Goku farting than over this bar fight that's breaking out around him.
Oh yeah, they're like, oh, the smell's back.
So it's clear as day, like Supreme Kai has trust in these guys. So the whole fight breaks out though, and then we get a big wrench thrown in our wheel because our only means of transport has been hijacked. And we no longer can get world to world using Glorio's plane or spacecraft. He calls it a plane, so I'm calling it a plane now. They also, which I didn't think about. Sorry, do you want to say something first?
Sorry, I had a realization while you said that, because we kept talking about, we're like, why is Vegeta, Piccolo, and Bulma gonna come? They're stuck there.
Yeah.
The Bulma's gonna have to step in now.
Right, and that's what I was actually about to get to now. Is there's a couple
Sorry, I
things...
cut you off.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a perfect segue.
Yeah.
So now they're all stuck on Earth, don't know how to get there. They know where the transport is, right? The warp, because Supreme Kai told Kibito how to get there. But what he didn't tell him is that there is a pin code that he needs to get through. And so that message never gets across. And then the other foreshadowing that we have is that we have this, I guess you could say, like, canyon of despair. Like,
yeah.
that they say very early in the episode. Goku, don't fall in there. If you fall in, you will die and never return. Like, essentially.
Like in the SpongeBob movie.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. You remember all the monsters at the bottom?
Yeah.
Stupid.
So, you will die a SpongeBob death, and we need to be careful. And so, I think that's totally going to return. I mean, shows don't say things just to say them. Usually a reason to it.
Mm-hmm. They're going to need to get something from the depths, whatever we want to call it.
Get something from the depths, or someone's going to sacrifice themselves.
Glorio.
And fall in the depths. Yeah. I
don't think it's going to happen that soon. Yeah, sorry. Go.
I have a theory that Glorio is going to die.
Yeah.
And it sucks because he's like a sick character. I mean, he's coming to Sparking Zero. He's going to be cool, you know? But it seems to me very clearly that they're going to drop him at some point. Goku's going to have maybe that's our moment where we learn about like an alternative Super Saiyan 4 or something. But I'm telling you, that is the moment. Speaking of, you think Super Saiyan 4 is coming back?
I would like to see it come back, but they also are gonna have to look for a reason to write it off.
I mean, I already have the reason in my head. We talked about it on the Patreon.
Okay. I'm forgetting what you said on the Patreon, but maybe it could be an original form we can only use as a child.
In the Demon World?
Or in the Demon World.
Yeah.
I like that even better.
Yeah, I think in the Demon World would be cool.
Yeah.
But, all right.
Because then that would make sense, because anything new that they bring to the table can't carry over into Super.
Yeah. I think if they want to hear my theory, they're going to have to go subscribe to the Patreon, though. Because it's a little too solid to say on the normal pod.
Yeah.
I think it's
got to see both sides.
Yeah, guys, I'm sorry, but it's just, I got to gatekeep this one. So go in the comment section and go click on the link. Combine link and click. And you guys could go subscribe to the Patreon for a minimum of $5, unless you feel like really, scratching our backs, then that's up to you. But you can help us out a ton making these things, because right now we're not making anything on them. We're just doing it for you and you only.
Pure love. Come on, get us some 4 for 4s. No, it won't go to that. It won't go to Wendy's. Fuck Wendy's. Yeah. Fuck those Krabby Patties.
Krabby Patty, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting
do 4 for 4s even exist anymore?
I don't know. I think 4 for 4 still exists. Ashley loves her 4 for 4s.
Yeah, facts. I used to live off of 4 for 4s.
I'm a Taco Bell guy personally.
Same. I eat way too much Taco Bell. I gotta chill.
Low key, we got so lucky. Like in my town, the Taco Bell and the Chick-fil-A are in the same parking lot.
Oh, that's fucked up. I would gain like 30 pounds just looking at it.
And she is a Chick-fil-A girl, and I am a Taco Bell boy. So we do the drive-through, and I go in through one, and then I go right into the next.
Oh shit! You got some Taco Bell with some fries now, or non-Taco Bell fries.
We pick at each other's food. It's crazy.
Yeah. I've never had Chick-fil-A because they cook. I'm allergic to peanuts. They cook in peanut oil. You can't have Chick-fil-A. Can't have Five Guys either.
Five Guys one is tough.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so when growing up, we used to go to, our friends, we used to go to, what was I just saying? What's that place I just...
Five Guys.
Five Guys. Wow, brain fart. Sorry, I'm sick. They would go there, then I would be by myself alone staring at them through the glass of Burger King. Because I couldn't even go inside because they would have like barrels of peanuts like around the whole place.
Dude, I'm telling you, low-key, my throat's a little sore now.
Oh, shit. Could be placebo. But it's going to go around. It's inevitable.
We were together. Oh,
yeah.
For anyone who's listening to the pod, we just had a Halloween party.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to throw up a picture of me and Jake in our Halloween costume. And, we'll
and Ashley. Yeah, no, that's the best picture when we're doing the poses.
And we are literally, as you can see on camera right now, Vegeta and his Batman, Goku, and Bulma and her bunny. I mean, it's the trio right there.
Yeah, had to.
But
it was almost pretty obvious what we were going to be for Halloween after all we've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, everyone knew.
Yeah, we killed it. That was amazing. I never have like fun like that with Halloween too, but I couldn't stop looking at myself in the mirror. Goku is so
I didn't even realize my wig was right here. Hold on.
Oh shit! Yes. Oh wait, is my wig down here? No, it's somewhere. Could be. Hopefully, yo.
I'm not wearing this.
No. I'm sad they didn't have the whip
though for YouTube.
Oh yeah. Okay.
If you're down to use your costume again.
Oh, I'm down. I'll look for any excuse to wear that again. If I could wear it at work, I would.
Yeah, because I think I want to do like an episode where either we play ranked as our characters or something, and like maybe we'll like be dressed up. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I was thinking either that, maybe we can host a tournament. Should be pretty cool.
Yeah, a tournament was cool. I haven't done any tournament stuff.
Yeah, we haven't. That's something we can look at us planning on the pod.
Yep. You guys let us know in the comments section, but yeah, I mean, honestly, not much more happened in this episode. It was like, it went fast. We did get a lot of information, But like that's something that you almost forget, that like these episodes are like 20 minutes with ads. They come out to like 30. So it's definitely something to fly through them like this, because I feel like almost like Super was longer. Am I crazy for that?
No. They well, I think because you didn't start it, you weren't watching it week to week. We are now, so it's gonna feel like that.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have the luxury of binging it. But at least that's why I'm really excited to see, because we're actually seeing the English dub premiere in theaters, the first 3 episodes. That's going to be fun, especially with how this episode was. I think the pacing, we're going to see it for how it's supposed to be watched. You know, just watching through 3 episodes. That's like maybe about an hour.
No, yeah, literally.
So I think that watching like 25 minutes 1 week at a time, that's hard, you know, but we're doing it for you guys.
We're doing it. Which, by the way, sorry this episode is late, but we actually did have a ton going on. So we were like, you know what? We'll delay the pod. I'm sure they won't mind. It'll be okay.
Yeah, we literally had the party the day the episode was released. So there's no the day after, but still.
Same thing.
You know,
Which I think we should start saying the releases of these episodes. Might not be like the date.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll say it at the end of this episode right now. This episode was aired October 25th in Japan. So we're still waiting
Friday.
personally on the English dub, but if you can watch this, obviously, if you've watched the English dub, it's the same episode.
Yeah. The English, I mean, that is the day it premieres that we're seeing it, right? The English dub?
Yes.
That's awesome. to get to see that in theaters.
Yeah, which if you guys are you went and watched the premiere, or you're just catching it in English, all these pods, you can watch them with the episodes on Patreon in sync. We react with you like we're hanging out on the couch, or you can watch these pods as a recap after to, you know, hear other people's thoughts, which is kind of the idea, is like we get to talk about everything that we saw and, you know, hashed out, because we were going to do this anyway. So we said, you know what, let's record it while we do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was our first time even watching. I'm happy we both waited. But, I mean, to wrap things up, we didn't get to rate this episode yet.
No, we did not.
On a scale from 1 to 10. Because I have mine locked in my head right now. What about you?
Yeah, I got mine locked.
Okay. All right, so we just want to say it at the same time? At a count of 3?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
7.
8.5. Whoa.
I went 7, and
Really?
here's why. Maybe
Okay.
I'm being harsh,
Okay.
right? But it was definitely a lot faster than last episode.
Yeah.
Not as much stuff happened as I would have liked. But the fight that we got and the coolness of Glorio in the bar and in the hotel, I was like, okay, like we got some cool stuff. But it was more pushing on the gag stuff, which me personally, right? I know everybody has their taste. Me personally, I'm more of a meathead when it comes to Dragon Ball. I like the gag stuff, but I think I was wanting more out of it.
Okay, that's fair. I think this gave us a flavor of what the rest of the anime is going to be. It was funny. The action was cool. The action was funny, but it was well done. The stakes are a little higher now. Goku is not overpowered anymore. They dialed him back even more. We're getting the dynamics between the characters. We got to see them in low lighting in the dark, and it was dark and it was gritty. Like I was saying, Glorio was badass. We're seeing how, like, there was just, I can go on and on and on. I thought it was very solid. Yes, I mean, it's not a 10 or a 9 because I agree with you with the pacing of the episode. It was kind of slow because they were just trying to get there most of the episode, but that gave us the opportunity to see how they're going to interact and what their character dynamics are going to be, their chemistry and stuff. But then I think a lot of the fights are going to look like this, and we still have yet to see Goku even like transform, you know. But we didn't. I don't even feel like that was needed. That didn't even come across my mind.
No, I was fine with
watching.
Goku being in like base, and honestly, I will say
it will hit that much harder when it happens because we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, And Glorio is like, if I'm just thinking of Glorio, this episode's like an 8. It's only
Yeah.
a 7 because of the push of the comedic stuff. That's it for me. That's all. I'm more of a meathead.
If I remember correctly, so far your favorite has been the first episode.
Yes.
Yeah. What was that rank for you? That was an 8.
That was a 9.
That was a 9.
I'm pretty
9.
sure. Check the tapes, but I'm pretty sure it was a 9 for me.
I
on
hear
first
very
episode,
mixed reviews.
And then second episode, I think I put it at a 6.
I think. Were you a 6 with the second episode?
I think so.
I need to watch it. I haven't even watched the last episode yet. But this is probably my favorite. I felt the most nostalgic watching the first episode.
Yeah, definitely.
But what I didn't like about it was that we didn't get much more new narrative. But then again, you made a really good point because it's been like 20, 25 years. So for the new people coming in, for the new audience, you got to recap the anime, and I do respect that. And there's a lot to cover.
Yeah, there is a lot.
So, and that's the way to do it,
Yeah,
like
I
I
think
said,
they
like,
covered going over the Boo Saga well. And that's the thing is, like, that recap was only the Boo Saga.
yeah, which is what matters because we're in the demon realm. It's
Yeah.
all Majin and demons and shit.
Yeah. But I think that's everything. I think we've covered it all.
All right,
Make sure you guys, if you want to continue the conversation, go check out the Patreon. Link is down in the comment section. And we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.